It's the man, the myth, the legend, Chef Boy RD with Midweek Morsel. The year is 1993, the year of R&B, but it's a Sunday. So if you grew up the way that I grew up, there's no R&B on Sunday. However, there is church. And depending on whether or not it's that Sunday, a whole lot of church. You first go to your church that Sunday morning. Then the whole family goes to Muddy's house, where all the women, they put on these dusters that magically appear out of, they had so many dusters, they never ran out of them. Dusters everywhere. It was crazy. And guess what we ate? You're not gonna believe, we ate chicken. From where? From churches. From churches. Then we had to go back to church. Why, you ask? Because our pastor and his pastor friend scheduled a home and away game. What is a home and away game in the context of church, you might ask? It's when two pastors have a conversation that goes a little something like this. Hey, Doc, you come to my church for our annual choir day. Bring that check, preach the sermon, and we're going to have your choir render an A and B selection. And then I will return the favor on your church's annual choir day. Home and away game. But can your choir sing? Anyway, today's midweek morsel will be rendered in annual choir day A and B selection form, where the A stands for access, and the B stands for boundaries. And here it is, the biggest bite of the morsel. When you give people A, access to you that they are not supposed to have, B, boundaries will be crossed. Remember the story in Genesis where Potiphar's wife tried to seduce Joseph to sleep with her? Well, I submit to you that access was the major ingredient to the recipe of this story. Potiphar's wife had access to Joseph that perhaps he should not have had. Instant access, easy access, entitled access, all access. So with this access, she violated the boundaries of their relationship. Now, this next particular bite of the morsel is going to get a little spicy, but we still got to taste it. The Lord favored Joseph, so much so that his boss, Potiphar, made him the COO of his entire household. Potiphar said, okay, Joseph, I see you. I'm placing you in charge of my complete organization. As a matter of fact, everything that I own, I am entrusting into your care. So let's microwave the morsel ahead. Potiphar's wife makes one advance at Joseph. Come to bed with me, Joseph. She makes another advance at Joseph. Come to bed with me. And another advance and another advance until finally one day Joseph and Potiphar's wife are all alone by themselves in the house that Joseph is in charge of running. So what does she do? She asks, Joseph, come to bed with me. And Joseph rejects her again. So a frustrated Potiphar's wife screams sexual assault and has Joseph thrown into prison. So here's the question that sets up perfectly the last bite of the morsel. You know that bite when you grab your fork and your knife and you scoop everything together perfectly for final consumption. Here it is. Could Joseph have done anything differently to prevent this situation from happening? I don't know. It's in the text. And critical thinking suggests that, yes, he could. I mean, he did manage the whole household. So perhaps he could have created a situation where he and Potiphar's wife were never alone, especially considering the advances that she had already made. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too heavy-handed on the spices, but I did tell you that this was going to be spicy. But take this on for the digestion. When you do not properly manage and monitor the access that people have to you, advances will be made that threaten and ultimately violate the boundaries of your relationships. When you do not properly manage and monitor the access that people have to you, advances will be made. You can rest assured that threaten and violate the boundaries of your relationships. So remember, you are the COO of all of your relationships. So what are you going to do? You need to manage and monitor that access so that boundaries are not crossed. My prayer for you today is that this midweek morsel provided nutritional value for your soul. Bon appetit. The man, the myth, the legend, Chef Boy, RD, out. Peace.